In March 2023, we travelled into the highland area of Western Georgia for a backcountry ski trip. We spent 7 days sleeping in an old Soviet hut, living with only the food in our bags and the clothes on our backs. Going in, we knew we were up for an adventure, but what we didn't realise was that we'd learn less about backcountry skiing and more about our shared humanity.
All the way.
My aim was to drop somewhere here.
Started yet or what, man?
Yeah, man. Up to the adventure.
I have 3 years of experience guiding in Georgian mountains. We are going to one of the most abandoned places. I mean, there is no lifts or any infrastructure for skiing, but we'll be gaining our turks by the touring.
I think what I like about backcountry skiing in Georgia and in RACHA is that no one was really doing anything here except one guy who basically discovered this place. And because it's so remote and there is basically no tourists and not many people. Most of the people that are living here move out for winter, so it's quite exotic and very beautiful. We are really lucky that we're getting these 2 days of cold air, because otherwise it would be wet and heavy all the time.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, man.
The international varieties here in Georgia.
Oh, Georgian grapes.
It's mostly Georgian. Here we did some Chardonnay,
Oh, yeah.
we did some Pinot and some Cabernet.
Yeah.
Toilet, quaint house.
Should I look like Soviet girl?
Yeah, so this is the 2022 vintage. This is Georgian Amber wine. Some of the oldest wine in the world. Glass bottle? Nah, dude. Is it under cork? We're under plastic here, baby. Screw top all the way.
I only met Ryan a couple of years after I came here first time, when I organized a skiing trip with a couple of my friends, and he joined the trip because of my Ukrainian friend. So Ryan hasn't been joining this season because he decided to help in Ukraine. Right now he's finishing his first year in the war. He used to live in Ukraine, and it was the right thing for him to do. Yeah, I think there is some link and correlation between what happened in 2008 with Abkhazia, or now Georgian occupied territory by Russia, linked to what's happening now in Ukraine. It's unfortunate. I think most of Georgians can feel or can relate to what Ukrainians are feeling in a certain level, because they've been through similar conflict, even though it was not that long and it was not exactly the same. When you go to the capital, to Tbilisi, you can see the support that the citizens or the Georgians are giving to Ukraine. 5 kilometers this way is another occupied territory by Russia, South Ossetia. Line is a bit higher than we expected. And there was like snowy patches and a lot of sketchy terrain, some landslides. So
Just at the drop-off point, and ready for a hike up to the hut.
But I know what you mean to me. I know what you mean to me.
main reason why it's been
what you mean to me. You keep me steady, ship on the sea. You anchor me down and you float next to me. Honey, I'm ready, know what I need.
Like we planned yesterday, we are anyway avoiding steep parts. Like snow, a little bit press to each other and connect to each other.
Guys, ships may come and go from harbours, but friendships are forever.
Netherlands would ride
Here for his ships and
Alright. Yeah, that's the spaghetti. Yeah, so this is an experience for Jack, so we're gonna charge him extra because he gets to dig a hole for us. So yeah, once you found yourself a slave,
Teach him more about avalanches.
exactly, because this is also how to check your partners on a tour's shoveling skills in case you're under an avalanche. You want to know how quick they can shovel you out. Here about like 1 jack of snowpack. We do an extended column, so we do like 30 by 90. And what you can already see is you have this fresh snow on top, and then we have really rain affected and melted crust. The first very sunny day is always going to be like the most dangerous one, because the sun hits the slope the very first time and like can trigger something that, yeah, that can cause bigger avalanches, but otherwise the snowpack seems pretty good.
Olympic.
There was a moment where the skiing and adventure felt insignificant, overshadowed by the things we learnt about war and the history of the people. But what soon occurred to us was the fact that we wouldn't even be here without it. Being in such close proximity to war made it real. What we really learnt travelling to the Western Highland of Georgia through ice and powdered snow was that tragedy can act as a spark and reignite the human spirit.